So if we teach you the whole value chain of what I call new media.
Sure.
So podcasting, YouTubing, and short video formats, and TikTok, and most importantly, funerals, weddings. It's crazy money. We have a philosophy in my house. We don't want our kids to know our financial struggles through food. We're not raising our kids as Christian, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't pray. They don't. Aye.
Hayibo. Ithola le mfundiso le ngoba nabakhulisa kanjani?
Got there ngakhuluma nonsense. It was a cooking show.
Uyathanda ukukhuluma nonsense, ne?
Or else I would not be Maqhawe Khathide, brother.
Sure.
Let's go right to the sound of good times.
Another day, another dollar, another podcast, another episode, another opportunity to inspire and transform lives. Eitahola, Shapfere. Welcome to another exciting episode of iQuantum Podcast, podcast yasekasi, iPodcast yomphakathi, iPodcast yabantu, iPodcast yomhlaba wonke jikelele. Bafethu, I believe by now you already know we are coming to you live from eHaya Food for Life emfihlweni section eThembisa e1632. So bafethu, fandahi angivayi ngi1 as always. Niyacava ukuthi kupassenger seating ngihlale ngiphethe abantu abathopu, abantu engicavayo ukuthi nizoyijabulela ijeni, ukuthi lispende ijeni nabo yabo. So ladies and gentlemen, let us put our hands together for Maqhawe Khathide.
What up, my people? What's up, player?
Ukraine.
I'm sharp, man. Sharp. Marasekasi, man. First time.
You product as a cause, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I was born here, but I'm not gonna die here, man.
Sure.
Yeah, I love the hood.
Okay.
But the hood has got a certain entrapment, So one of the big problems is the dismissing nature of men's mental health. Ultimately no one cares if we live or die, as long as we've done our part in the chain. And that's sad, man. That's sad, when you walk around or uzwe every week, but intwana ya 18 is bulele. How does an 18-year-old kill themselves? So it's one of those things, and I think it's a societal thing. You something, to justify your manhood, to justify your manness, to justify you are somebody in this food chain. Which is a bit of a problem because ultimately, siyakhathala mfethu.
Sure.
Now I'm sure unokhathala now.
I'm already tired.
Yeah.
I'm already tired as we speak now.
Yeah.
Sure.
No.
But before singena politika uthi masibuyele emuva kancane ubani Maqhawe. At least abantu bacava ukuthi ngikhuluma nobani vandaga ngitho. Ubani Maqhawe Khathide kahle.
Yeah, if you don't know me, if you know Love Brown, you should know Maqhawe Khathide. No, I'm joking. Maqhawe Khathide out here like us. I grew up in Mqansa.
Sure.
And I did many things like Tembi somewhere to
njengokudla wechirwethu so.
Yeah, no, yeah. Can't be a hot boy and waste my hotness. Yeah, no. We grew up, Elokshini, doing what other people do, like Bola, Kalukjola, went to school. Unfortunately, I was not an academic.
Okay.
Hated school.
Into izonda. Zondi kasi, zondi scale.
Yeah, no.
Into ezigrand zonke awuzincane.
Oh, I love red wine.
Okay.
On for the record, they gave me water. Water.
But water is life, whatever.
Water is life. Nah, man. Anyway, so I grew up in Lailokshini, went to university, didn't finish because I got my first TV gig in the 90s, man, 1990 something.
When you celebrate Lamampela,
No, to me, it's.
but back in the 90s, most of TV out here, because don't really celebrate.
Hayi abazalwane. Hayi abazalwane lezisha abantu abazalwane.
Ufuna ukuthini ngathi nami ngumzalwane?
Nami umzalwane but abazalwane izinja mfethu. So I'll tell you why. I was doing a religious cooking show,
Sure.
and we were going around all the religions in South Africa to see what food they eat when they did certain festivals. Yo, bangibona ngiphahla abazalwane, and listen, it was make believe. I didn't make believe. I said it make believe.
It is great.
Yeah.
Sure.
So they saw me phahla lapho ngiphuza umqombothi. And then we went to a Jewish temple, we were chanting, yo, bangibisi tenist.
Hey.
You know, and that could have broke me, you understand? You're fresh out of college, you're excited about life. Before you even finish college, you get your first TV job. And instead of your own people celebrating you, bangibisi Satanist. I was like, go to hell, man. You know, and that's a problem with Ilogish as well.
Uyazila happy direction yase hell.
Hell.
Ngadle ndawo yesithini la bengakasuki.
No. I've been to hell. I've been to hell. You know when you have a near-death experience, there's no heaven there. There's no awoni Zulu. Yabona lokuthi mngathi I saw heaven before. Lies. When you are in pain,
Sure.
when you are nearly dying, you are seeing hell. When you die, you might go to heaven.
Okay.
But
But maku process ukubhora.
you
see hell.
You see hell. You understand?
Asibuye kancane uthi sizobuye kubo hell na heaven. Sazophila.
I told you I'm content.
Asibuyele emuva kancane uthi ukheleze eva. Awuzange vele
Ngilezela isiziba laba.
Sure.
Ngilezela isiziba.
That's why. Sifuna inspire umntwana sekazo, intwana encane sekase ekhulayo ekubona iTV, understand? Egeleze isiziba ubona uthi okay, uGrotman ugeleze isiziba njengami. So it's possible nami ngafana naye ngithiwa.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, ngilezela isiziba la. Yeah, man. It was nice. Because I was clever. Ngihlela ngiphuma bo number 1. I remember one year ngiphuma number 2. Bangtrapa jo. Principal akho nomtrucks. Lo mama. Njalo mangihlangana naye ngifuna ukumshaya.
Oh, namanje.
Yeah, like you old hag.
Awupholi ka.
No, mina nginamakwali mfethu. Kwali.
Okay.
Liyahlala.
Church basifundise ngeforgiveness. And nomntana kamfundisi, kumele forgive ukudlula thina.
Baba mfundisi, mina far from that.
Siyeza la.
Far from that.
From Ziziba wayapha high school.
From Tiziba, I went to Maqhawe Park High School. Yeah, that was one of the worst times in my life. You must remember one of the first black people to go to white schools. And our time bas. Yo, ngikhumbule nje yathatha isikhaphini sami yasahlala phansi sinyathela lathi Kefa Dogs breakfast. And at that time in the classroom you're the only black or there's 2 of you. You can't retaliate. But No. I'll tell you where I'll tell you where my anger comes from.
Sure.
And then, Nokem, then I started getting into the arts. I started getting into acting. It was good. I mean, we won several awards. And as a matter of fact, one of the lecturers, Basi TUT, saw me perform and invited me, hey, bro, you're good, come for auditions.
Sure.
And I went for auditions. Got a place at TUT. I studied. I can't say it was a difficult journey. It was crazy because that's when I got introduced to other things in life. So you grow up as a pastor's kid, Wambi Sonto, we are Joel Kwayeni.
Okay, I speak, I see.
And I have a problem with this gospel that says you can't date. Come on, man. Come on. How else are we to know how to treat a woman? How to conversate with a woman? How to show affection towards women if you don't have access to them? It's like me giving you an iPhone now. Ubosebenzise Android all your life. You struggle to use it because it's you know it's a phone, you know it's a smartphone, you know it does WhatsApp and stuff, but it's totally different. So you must learn the process.
Mara khona ama-marriage counselor ngisho.
Marriage counselor. Name me one marriage counselor who's got a functional marriage. One.
Dr. Khathide.
Dr. Khathide.
Yes.
He's no longer a marriage counselor.
Uthe name one again.
No, but he's no longer a marriage counselor.
Okay.
Yeah. No, and I'll tell you the special relationship there.
Sure.
My mother had massive tons of tolerance.
Okay.
Yeah.
But akusuye one generation yakhe vele bebanjani.
Hey man, name me one.
Angibacaba.
Yeah, because they don't exist. Most of them are divorced or gay or listen, life happened.
All right. Then if I sit bogu potya.
A TUT.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, it was nice. But then that's where you got introduced to things like drugs, alcohol, not leya lukshin. Lukshin la kulema piya ngit maside. Get introduced to hard liquor.
Okay.
Straw 80. Hey, they just talk. You understand? So yeah.
Before when you ever sit bogu club already.
Yeah, I mean, I love alcohol. Nanda ukuthi bathi abazalwane bathi singaphuzi. Come on, man. Amaphunu. The heads of their churches. Babhema nokubhema. Thina abantu amnyama. So
acindezela abazalwane kangaka yini?
yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
Because abazalwane bane work club.
Okay.
And they don't have a world view. I'll give you an example. Now, there's a tension in the Middle East between Israel and Iran, right? Black South African Christians will blindly follow Israel. Babona ukuthi babulala abantwana, babona ukuthi, and then the soldiers, base Israeli soldiers, they even go and rape women. You understand? And you're telling me that's God's nation?
Hectic.
Good man, my faith. Keep your God. Keep him. If I am to go to hell, it's fine. But I would have done justice to the world. You understand? So,
Justice siyenza kanjani emhlabeni?
it's justice. You speak your truth.
Okay.
When I need to keep your God. Keep him. Angimfuni. Yeah.
Okay. Sakafiki la uthiyami. Siyaza kancane kancane.
Okay.
Athi ngidrive uthiyami ngishiya umagezi yabo.
Okay.
Yeah, wena uye passing.
Now, ngigibele. I'm sure you isando no.
Uyepinono bana.
And you're short.
Uzomgcwalisela. Bona uthiyami. Asikhulume ngokuba iPK uthiyami. I-pressure bengakanani ukuba iPK khulele igasi kuleli change.
I hated it. I still hate it. Yeah, no. Because so the biggest thing was I'm going to take over from my dad. Tag. Nah. If that was the case, God would have spoken to me long time ago. Ngiyabeza hey wena uNkulunkulu shut up man. You know, not long ago, recently, somebody said to me, izinto zami ngeke zihambe kahle until I start preaching. Ngathi ziphi izinto zami? I live a very comfortable life.
Okay.
The life I live, many wish for.
Okay.
You understand? So it's always been that constant battle. Yoguti, I know I'm anointed.
Okay.
I know I'm called, but not for the pulpit.
Okay.
I do so much for skills development across the country. Some things I can't disclose because they're top level. But for example, we are doing programs in Tanani. No, it's Anani.
Where's
In
that?
Venda le.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're doing programs. We're gonna start one in Ramashashane. You know, there's many things that there's one we're doing in Soweto as well. Yeah, I'm involved in, and that's my calling.
Okay.
My calling says, my dad's calling was salvation. My calling is economic emancipation. We can't be constantly poor as black people and be okay with it. Then we are not worth our lives. Spilelani.
But you know how great is your dad?
Yeah, my dad is fucking awesome, man. But I always say that he has made things easy for me. No, literally. No, yeah, well, not in the marketplace.
Okay.
But in terms of you can be anything
Brand.
and anyone. No, in terms of me personally. He's shown me you can be anything and anyone you want to be. Let me give you an example. When he came out with his sex tape and whatnot.
Ngifuna size lapho. Ithama lakho ringi ngesex. Ngesikhathi lesi the black parents were not comfortable ukukhuluma ngayo leyo subject or leyo topic nabantwana babo. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Sure.
I understand. But they still don't.
Or even namanje.
Yeah, parents don't generally talk about sex with their children.
Okay.
Yeah, no. It's one of those biggest.
When I message time you receive kanjani?
Any?
I-message time you receive kanjani kulama sex tape?
Me, it fed me, so I had no choice. I could not say, yeah, you're talking shit. It was, this is food on the table. And I could see the changes that he's making in people. Because another thing, his message was saying to couples, talk about sex. Open up, talk about sex, experiment.
True.
45 le. Because one of the biggest reasons prostitution won't go down in South Africa or won't vanish is because couples don't generally talk about sex.
Okay.
You know, one of the things he was saying is, I used to go to some of his seminars and used to say to people, to men, do you know where the clitoris is? You'd see men, you understand?
Sure.
But it's there, it's an organ, you know, created by God. You know, so he was trying to change the thinking of men in particular to say, explore your wife's body. It's funny how married men will not explore their wife's body. But uzothola icherinyana ese-UJ. Izomenza busy. Ajuluka ubaba enzeni mangali ubaba the next day. Abuye ekhaya high blood khuphukile bekabhizi. You understand? So he was trying to say, in the institution of marriage, enjoy each other.
Sure.
And for the longest of times in the church, that message was demonized. Yeah, khulunywa lento esontweni, isonto lingcwele. But who said sex is not holy?
Good question.
Yeah. So church people were saying, Khathide uyahlanya, shumela manyala. But the majority of people out there were saying, listen, you know, you've helped us. Let me ask you.
Ithema ngihlanganile nalo kaBhaya yabo. Kuma marriage seminars yabo. So uthola ukuthi ngiyashutha lapha I bumped into him eBushi, like different provinces, understand? But one thing that I've learned ukuthi like imishado eminingi uyincedile blind.
Yeah.
Sure.
So even if he saved one marriage, he would have done his job. And I'm happy that, you know, he Nanoma, because there was a lot of opposition from his friends, from the church,
Okay.
who were saying, but you can't do that, Khathide. And Khathide continued because he believed that it was the will of God. You know, we can't as a church act like we are outside of society.
Okay.
We must address societal issues.
Sure.
You know, and they have so there was a few pastors who did slept with young girls and whatnot. And I spoke vocally about it. But they had a problem as well. That's when it clicked. Oh, I'm not the problem. They are the problem because they don't want Christianity to be presented as a tainted religion.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's nonsense that's written in the Bible, and we can't take that as the truth. It's nonsense. It doesn't make sense. So don't use it. But the average Christian does not understand that. So they didn't get the message. But Ubaba, wherever he is, he's at peace. He did. Even now, we'd bump into people like, hey, Maqhawe Khathide, I was at a marriage seminar at wherever, and you saved our marriage. Here's my wife. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And that to me, I think, means a lot to him in terms of ministry, because there's a lot of people that are preaching salvation. There's a lot of people that are preaching motivational messages, but there's very few people. As a matter of fact, I know 3 who are doing something similar to what he's doing, and they're all his friends. But I'm glad that he spoke, and how he spoke. You must remember, his sermons were not serious. They had a lot of humor.
Too much.
And people love that.
That.
Yeah, no, my dad is a comedian.
Sure.
No, if he was not a pastor, he would have been one of the top comedians in the country. And you must remember, it's not scripted.
But he's also a great author, eh?
Yeah, no.
Sure.
He is. He's
too much. The first book launching I attended, the book launch when I'm emceeing, I'm a celebrity and stuff. So that was the first time. That was my first experience. Book launch or ngiyofunda incwadi ebhalwe umuntu engimazi.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah, no. He's a great writer, man.
Sure.
We are trying to package his biography.
Okay.
Yeah. To say what he's achieved he's been in ministry for 46 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he was preaching since he was 17.
Before you were
something.
born.
Yeah. No, that man has worked.
Sure. That was funny.
He's worked and he's got no regrets. And yeah.
Sure, enough about the time out here. Asibuye kuwe.
No, that's my dad. Can talk about my dad the whole day. Respect my dad.
Much respect. Keep some.
Yeah,
no,
no, he's a cool dude. He's a cool dude.
Sure.
Yeah.
And we are calling ukuthi eze ku level age, understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's always been like that. Ungena kanjani TV out here? What was your first TV gig? Ukhulumile ukuthi okay, ngathi uthulisa high school and stuff and so unpack.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Singakhulumi ngeone.
So the first TV gig I did, got a call from a friend of mine, said, hey man, they're looking for a TV presenter. Yeah, so I went there, auditioned, and I remember that audition. Young people out there, when you go for auditions and they ask you to tell them about yourself, be original, be authentic, be yourself. Don't try and be a Nomza Mombata or what. Just be yourself. Got there and I couldn't mean nonsense. It was a cooking show.
We are trying to prove nonsense.
Or else I would not be Maqhawe Khathide, brother.
Sure.
Maqhawe Khathide has to have a level of talking nonsensity. Nonsensity. Yeah, no, I feel like better. And then I went home thinking, that was that. And at that time, I didn't have a phone. So these guys called my dad. I think a couple of days later or something. Or the next day, yeah. They called my dad like, please tell your son he's got the job. My dad calls home. And I think became Cholweni or Asamsa Kumpuli. But when I got home, I got the news that I got the role. It was exciting, and that opened my appetite for learning about other people and having religious intolerance.
Okay.
So coming from a Lokshin, Lasetembisa, we are taught religious intolerance. We are taught that people who follow Islam are inferior, Hindus are inferior, African spiritualists, Zango, Minyang, and. We're taught all those people are inferior. And that's when I learned Uti, that's not the case, brother. That's not the case. You might believe in your own religion and in your own God, but if your religion demands me to partake in yours without you partaking in mine in an equilibrium, then
Sure.
leave it. So I learned Uti, religious tolerance is what makes the world go round.
Okay.
But then, I did that, and I did. What else did I do? Oh yeah, and somebody saw me doing the cooking show. Some Afrikaans comedian called Casper de Vries, and he invited me to be part of his sitcom.
Okay.
Yeah, we shot a few seasons with him. Yeah, I think that was one of the most enjoyable filming processes I had. I mean, that time Afrikaans was bad, but I was in an Afrikaans production. It was a comedy. They allowed you to drink on set. Yeah, they allow you to drink on set. Listen, I have no problem with drinking. Yeah. Listen, there's people who sit on TikTok for 12 hours and we think that's good for them. Whereas me having 2 glasses of wine is bad. Come on, man.
I go shoot doctor.
Bring that doctor here. Bring it here. We'll add another chair. I want to talk to you, doctor. You understand?
Sure.
So I did that, and then I sort of drifted to a bit of corporate stuff, and then I went overseas. I went
Overseas Google about
UK.
Okay.
Yeah. I went overseas. That was something, man. That changed my worldview. I always thought they were really shit white people, but there I found good people, like good, hearted people who value the humanity in me.
Sure.
Obviously, there were shit ones as well. Yeah, I know. Call you monkey, nigger, yonkele nyaga nyaga. But that was nice. That was nice, but it was cold, man. And one thing that you must appreciate as South Africans is that home is home.
Sure.
Yeah, like kind of. Uyakhona ukuphuma la ungene kulandliya ucela ushukela bese hayi no hlala uphuza itiye in the UK none of that exists. They're so ahead.
Every man for himself.
Yeah, no, they're so not ahead of us, but they're so in terms of ubuntu. Ayikho. Wonke umuntu uyaziphilela, and it's but I guess it's cold as well. 9 months of the year in the UK it's very cold.
Yeah, so you kubanda.
Uphuma uyovakashela abantu.
Mfethu.
Yeah, I was there for a while, came back because I was homesick. I had a very good job, a very nice house, the size of this place. I was earning top money, but then you miss hearing your father's voice or your mother's voice. You miss just going barefoot. You understand? If you're doing that in the UK, it's so very uncivilized. You must go back to Africa. That annoyed me. But yeah, I came back and I did so many things. I do so many things, man. Some of them I even forgot.
Sure, I understand.
But when I came back, that's when I got into skills development, because in the UK I worked in the care sector, and that's when we understood that young people, on top of university and technicals and whatnot, you must skill them for a particular stream, and that's when I got into skills development.
Sure.
Konamanje, we've applied for funding to train 1,000 people in Limpopo in this stuff, in podcasting and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah, because I believe Uchi, for example, you've got cameras and stuff like that. So if we teach you the whole value chain of what I call new media,
Sure.
So podcasting, YouTubing, and short video formats, and TikTok, and most importantly, funerals, weddings. It's crazy money. I mean, I charge somebody, so I do photography as well. I charge minimum 35,000 rand a day to do photography, and people pay.
What's your level, man? To supply.
I'm Maqhawe freaking Khathide,
Oh,
man.
okay. All right.
This guy.
All right. It's not about the skill, it's about the brand.
Yeah, no, it's about who you are.
Sure.
So, EMLA, Chile, or wherever, how many weddings happen in one weekend?
Limpopo.
People get married there.
Sure.
Yeah. So
Especially summer, December goes.
we're trying to make them. We're trying to train them to capitalize on that.
Okay.
And there's so much other historical things. Dipala. That is such a huge part of our history.
Sure.
And it needs to be documented. So my passion is skills development. I want to make a difference. When I'm gone, I don't want people crying at my funeral. Of course, my wife will cry, but people should say, "Hey man, that guy lived, man, and in his living, he made us live as well."
Okay.
Yeah. I'm talking about above board stuff where we empower each other.
Sure.
We look at how do we navigate these things, Zambilo. As a collective, I spend sleepless nights thinking about people bagupi, shota in. And in all those things, you have a wife and kids, But I'm going to say this, brother. I'm blessed.
Sure.
I'm blessed.
Good to hear that, yeah.
I go through so much shit, mentally, physically, but there's very few people that can say they are in the same place.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, recently we just saw you on TV. Tell us about your kid.
That. Yeah, no. Again, I got a call saying somebody wants to see you. Went there, had a chat. A few weeks later, no, not even a few weeks later, a few days later, said, "No, you got the role. You're starting filming on this date, whatnot. Send contracts."
I
think it was called the first show was Not the One for You. Yeah, it was relationships and stuff like that. That was draining, man.
Okay.
You don't realize how draining it is to listen to other people's problems, and then, I mean, I'm not a specialist.
Sure.
But you must offer them some guidance, not advice, but guidance. Ukuthi ningasolva kanjani.
Sure.
But then you find out ukuthi people have got problems.
Inking is serious.
Yeah, no, thinking as a this month I can't give my wife 40,000. Those are very small problems.
And I'm just really.
Yeah, no, this month I can't give my wife 40,000. No, yeah, hey, but yeah, no, people have got very. Yeah, I know that. But I'll tell you something. I'll not do a 9 to 5 in my life.
Okay.
9 to 5. I respect people who do it, and I'm grateful that people who do it. But I've learned that there's also another world where you consult, work 2 hours a day, and get paid many 40,000s.
Manje mawuzospana 2 hours a day. Lesinye isikhathi wenzani na?
Mina, Make
Can't be
love to
drinking
my
wine every
wife. I make love to my wife. No. We have a very. I mean, I live in a farm, so we wake up, take the kids to school, come back. We walk anything between 7 or 10 k's a day. Come back home. We make proper breakfast. There, no, we cook.
Bengisafuna ukubuza ngalokho because of ngihlala ngibona poster. Like so you une-passion vele ku-cooking.
I can passion. I can cook.
Oh.
So there's difference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No one down a passion. They would do it. Yeah. No. I Yeah. No. We. I'll tell you why. In as much as I say we are comfortable in, but there's rough patches.
Okay.
But we have a philosophy in my house. We don't want our kids to know our financial struggles through food.
Okay.
We are masking them.
Sure.
Yeah. But the kids must know the difference between macaroni and linguine. We understand. They must know what lay chopsticks, lay fork.
Okay.
And we also, inspiring a worldview. We're not raising our kids as Christian, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't pray. They don't. Aye.
Hayibo. Ithola le mfundiso le ngoba bakhulisa kanjani?
No, but who said my children need to be Christian?
Oh, okay. So if you don't, if you're saying
Force your
you don't
children
raise
to
your
be-
kids as Christians, bakhulisa kanjani? If you are saying to us, you don't raise your kids as Christians,
Yeah.
bakhulisa is what?
As human beings.
Okay, cool. Good. Because you're a human being before a Christian. Right?
Yeah, with good morals, discipline. My children are.
All the Lama principles of Christianity.
No, there are also Islamic principalities. There are also Buddhist. There are universal principles.
Sure.
Yeah. If you go now to the most remote villages in Africa, where Christianity never touched them, Banobund, they've got a disciplined structure. They've got a belief system.
So is it human nature?
Yeah, it is human nature. We are born with it. We are born with it. It's just that, isn't this one under Christianity? Since your uncle system better.
Asikho lapho yakho leyo.
No, but it's the truth. It's the truth.
It's your truth.
No, but it's the truth. Mina ngithi, until we as black people understand ukuthi there are other religions that we can follow that are probably, in terms of morality, that are probably higher than Christianity, then we've not lived. If you've tried all these religions and you come back to Christianity, then I can talk to you. But when you're born Christian, you force Christian down your throats. One of the reasons I don't raise my kids Christian is that Christianity was forced upon us.
Oh, okay.
And I don't blame my parents because they were also forced. So it was a continuum of
Chain.
Yeah. And
So now why are you breaking the chain?
no, I want my kids to be the best versions of themselves.
So kusasa umunye choose to I want to be Christian, there's nothing wrong about that.
It's fine. Not in my house.
Not in your house.
Not in my
Kanjani? So ke manje lento esikhuluma size-contradictana because of now uthe wena angisho ufuna uba forced.
Yeah.
So banike free will phela. Let
Yeah.
them choose for themselves.
Yeah.
But mawusuthi not in my house. What you mean? What if
Because
what if
I've-
umunye decide
No, because I've lived
this
no,
one
but-
14.
No, but because I've lived as a Christian and I know the pitfalls of Christianity.
So mntana kuma ngasindiswa na 14 kuzomela ukuthi aze abe na 21 aphume kwakho ukuthi azokwazi.
Okay, uyosindiswa kanjani ngoba ushumezwa bani?
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yes.
Okay. But that's their prerogative.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Then I'm answered.
But they won't force me to pray because the nature of Christianity is that you must recruit.
Since you are from the
Bruce Cap, they would recruit as standards and song. Don't.
Since you are from a
do not
Christian
force me to
family,
pray.
I'm
I'm from a family that happens to be Christian.
Yes.
We are Khathide
Oh.
before we are
Okay.
pastors.
All right.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
But ngiyazi my family gathering ngiyathandaza. Wena wenza njani?
At my house, we open wine. We open it.
Hayi kwakho ka Khathide Mqanzi.
No. They pray.
Wena bese wenza.
No, I pray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I didn't say I'm not Christian. But I've very serious issues with Christianity.
You Christian ni kwali nama Christian.
No, don't talk like Jesus conformed. Jesus. Oh, well. Yeah.
Let's talk about mental health. Because that's the reason we are here today.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was a spotlight on me.
Yes, the spotlight is on you, but it's one of the
Okay.
topics that we
Okay.
highlighted.
Yeah, no. Yeah, brother. I want to lay your... So, society is not happy or conducive for an unproductive man. You understand?
I'm clear when you say society, not ikas, because we must try to take ikas.
I know says between... You see, where I live... But society in general.
Okay.
But Angiti will refer this to black society.
Sure.
So you are born, right? And immediately it's inculcated in you, Uguti, you are more superior than the female. Already there's pressure. Uguti, if you seem weaker than women, then you're not part of manhood. You're not part of this general collective of...
Into danger any week.
Hey man, I'm the softest nigga around. Mina, I'm the...
Being soft and being weak are two different things.
Yeah, but society deems being soft as weakness.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, and you find that our examples as fatherheads, when I was growing up, my dad was never there. So I never knew what it means to be a boy transitioning to a man. I just knew that I had to fit into this system. And I believe that is where the internal turmoil starts in terms of mental health. You're expected to, out of the bat, know what to do.
Okay. Understand.
That's number one. Number two, men are expected to be providers. In 2025, I didn't mean of it.
Abagogo basaphila phela ungakhohlwa.
Abo?
Abagogo.
Anginagogo mina ukhuluma abeni abogogo.
Ugogo kumelanga abogogo wakho. Ugogo ngeminyaka.
No, but
So you point out ukuthi le generation is long as saphila obvious bazosifundisa ukuthi no mzukulu wami or
yeah,
mzukulu,
but
indoda yenza kanje.
no, my brother.
Understand?
Yeah, but we can't.
Yeah.
We can't continue with that
Sure.
because it puts pressure on us.
Okay.
Why is it that South African men are in the top 10 suicide committing nations in the world? There's worse countries, Baba. DRC. Do you know anyone from DRC?
No.
I know one person from DRC. He's rich.
Okay.
Yeah. But the rest of these people are very poor. But they don't kill themselves.
Because bakhulele kuyi-poverty.
No, but there's always rich people. You must remember that poverty is subjective as well.
Okay.
Our definition of poverty and their definition of poverty is two different things.
Sure.
Tina, what is poverty? This building is a 2-story building. Some house there is a 4-room house. Are you saying they're poor?
No, they are not.
Yeah, you understand. So the pressures are so immense on us that it's easy for us to kill ourselves, or it's easy for us to take that decision to kill ourselves. So when
I think not feel useless.
No. But it happens. It happens. So one of the biggest misconceptions in society is that they say, oh no, fandu sebenz, oh before shata fandu sebenz. And they don't say ukuthi in marriage, we are paying umsebenzi. And I can tell you, my word me, my friend. in marriage. In marriage,
Yeah.
you don't have money. Umfazi wakho uzokuncintsha ikuku. Straight.
Ngoba usenama.
Yeah. And you can't reason with her. You can't batter her. You can't do anything. Because chances are, if you do anything, so but So we don't know what, guys.
But we can't paint everyone with the same brush.
Hey, lalela, mina ngithi.
Okay.
You are married. You don't have money.
No.
Angeke uthole isiboni.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as a man, how are you supposed to feel? How does that affect your mental health?
You feel like useless.
Yeah. Let's go back. We'll talk about marriage now. Us young span. The previous girls don't date our age. They date older men. Why?
Manima.
Yeah, it's transactional. You understand? So a lot of women our age know relationships or sex as a transactional thing. Wamfake offer.
Okay.
So as a teen, who are you expected to marry?
18. Ushata kanjani?
No, yeah, well generally
Okay, you
18,
understand.
19,
So cool
yeah,
level, yeah.
you can marry. Yeah, 2021. Who are you expected to marry?
Your peers.
But they're used to money. They're used to money. They used to go
Now
to
even a
all-
man pay.
Eh?
Now even a man pay.
Mali.
Yeah, that's a
Mali.
good question. That's a good question.
We are graduate lapo. You've spent 4 years at university. You get a job, but you must start as an intern.
Sure.
Uhola bo 4,000.
4-7.
Wenzani ngama 4,000?
Ish.
Wenzani? So you must wait.
Lama cosmetics.
You must wait another 3 years for your salary to increase nyana to 10,000. So your whole idea of marriage or union is based on money. You would think be right before this happens. Finally, I must have a certain amount of money before I do this. You can't just do it. You can't just marry out of love.
According to you,
Well-
imosheke kuphi lento le?
Eh?
Imosheke kuphi? Because of azange ibe so forever. Understand? La i-system iyafika yamosheka khona.
So, absenteeism, I think, is one of the biggest single factors because who's your male role model? I remember when I was growing up, the role models, Abo Easter, Abo Kalambazo, yeah, they were the role. Plus, Umabuti had a relative on our street. You know, those were the role models. You see them, you know, hey, I want to be like that guy. He's a criminal, but he's living a comfortable life. You know, those were the only examples that we had. And then we had pastors who were very poor. You understand? Yeah, very poor, or they were scamming people. I'm like, talang pila jo. Sa kupil triple M.
Sure.
Abo San Multiserve.
Sure.
Be push abo ba lento leo. Abo fundis, and they won't say now. So all these things, how are you supposed to fairly compete in the world or fairly navigate life, and what does that do to your mental health? So another element of these things that I'm pointing out is the trauma element.
Okay, sure.
There's so much trauma within men. Futhi wena ohleli wena.
Lo ke peace.
Yeah, no, I don't keep peace lo.
Lo-
Wecixi lo.
Let's keep us a quantum.
Yeah. No. There's so much trauma within men, and inherently in our society still ukuthi qina ndoda. I'm like, how? Okay, so with all these things that are happening, I can't marry till I have a certain amount of money. I can't have sex before marriage, as the Christians say. You know, sex is good for you because you release, you get that feel good factor. Yeah. So I don't say, yeah. Okay. Anyway, discussion for another day.
No, I'm listening to you.
Yeah, discussion for another day.
Yeah.
So the simple things that should be making you happy, and try and rebalance the trauma triggers and stuff like that, you can't even enjoy. Now you want to marry. The only girl who sell is fair. And you have to turn this woman into a wife.
Not
unless if you marry down. Why? My wife is 9 years younger than me. Yeah, because I could not marry my age mate. You understand? Yeah, I'm not saying my wife is lesser of a human being than me, but the fact that somebody who's my age mate, my ex-wife, this is my second marriage, my ex-wife was same age as me. You understand?
You know, because it divorced your generation. Because everyone who's a second wife or a second marriage. So we language is common, man.
Yeah. So my question is, why do we need to get married in the first place? Why? It's another. Yeah, it's another societal. No, I mean, I told her even before we even celebrated our wedding. I said to her, "Sweethearty, we can remain like this for the rest of our lives, but we've got parents, we've got families, and this is the expectations."
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway. Sasimane siyaphuza nje Jesu mabila manzi. Oh. Ngathi bebagayi chop ngaphakathi.
Funeka why?
Why? Pinot Grigio.
Okay.
Sauvignon Blanc.
All right.
Yeah. So one of the biggest causes of divorce, I'll tell you what it is. Waprekisa, but umshado umuntu. So you as a man,
but only in the Christian community. Mina ngikhuluma nabantu abangasebazalwane nabo still baya divorce.
Wena. Asikhulumi ngabazalwane, sikhuluma ngawo wonke umuntu.
Okay.
Wena waprekisa no. Bazothi umshado. Manje ohlawula le, angithi naturally nyohamba nisisisu nohlawula. The other families that njengoba ummoshile nje mthathe. You understand? So a lot of people got into marriages that they did not plan for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I have a problem with that. Why should it be punitive? Uguti nidlene and the byproduct umntwana. Why must you commit to each other for the rest of your life?
Because sekunomntwana manje.
Umntwana kusunkulunkulu.
Mario yadinga both of his parents.
Yeah, but it's not 1947. It's 2025. Oh, baba bethu, or I'm not saying my dad, but fathers in general have got kids outside, bruh. Loads of them. Mangale nje makushona kunomunye umntana okhala. Yini? But hayi wena uyabona i-first born ne-third born ulapho phakathi nendawo.
Ngicela nokumbona.
Ngicela nokumbona. And manje nginambheka ene uyithama lakhe leli. Nokukhala kwakhona nje. And ukhala njengobabakhe. Amathama ethu anemfihlo. Joe.
Sure.
Yeah. Our fathers.
But amathama ethu bawanga divorce.
Yeah?
Amatime which banga divorce.
because the mothers didn't allow them. Manje, women don't take shit.
So now you're answering my question. I said, what is the cause of divorce in your peers?
I mean, the biggest thing, you impregnate somebody, you must marry them. That's one thing.
So
Number two, both of you work well enough, you make a bit of money, and you think, it's the right time to marry. And you find out, Uchi, you are really incompatible. Number three, sexual incompatibility. Yeah. Where you don't click. Not only for pleasure's sake, but for procreation. So you try and have children and it's not working. And then when a timer, we are humble, Todumtananyana was says, Dikeni high, bah, Shadilon. You understand? Happens.
okay.
It happens with women as well. I talk chitela, no boy, I pray. But I think constantly throughout time, divorce is more or less.
Do you know this concept? My work husband, I'm a work wife.
Yeah, I do. But Leo, I'm not. Mina in the church.
Because there's something to feel about. But what do you expect?
In the church. In the church, there's a lot of horrorism. It's on the late mocking. Good time in a show now.
Hi, Pumala.
Because there's many factors.
Sure.
But one of the things that, so let's bring this to men's mental health.
Sure.
One of the things that make marriages fail, or relationships fail in general, is the untreated traumas of men.
Okay. That's a good answer.
Yeah, untreated. One of my biggest traumas is and I realize it with my son now, is that my dad was almost never there, and I'm constantly with my son.
Sure.
But then there's a disconnect with how do I father this kid presently? I know how to parent remotely, and it hurts me, Uguti. My dad opened heaven for so many people, but closed off a relationship with me, all in the name of the gospel.
Minister.
Yeah, up until today, But luckily now, I'm grown. I understand him. I've made peace with his journey. But it's young limas and even when you think I want to do something for my dad, and there's this internal fight, Uchi, but what did he do for you? He was constantly away preaching.
And then you up to marry you.
Yeah, but money helps up to a certain point. But beyond money, you need that human being. You need that presence.
Most definitely.
When you're having personal issues as a man that I don't want to discuss with my wife. Fathers must be there. But that listening ear.
But it's according to me, it's a system. Remember back in the days, I'm a time available, humble, spanning my mind, I see ngosi, no more so it's the same thing that happened to your dad, we have higher, like he's preaching around the country, understand? But he does okay, as long as I'll call home,
but for
as long as it's to me, because of now, to tell Kulitama like it is a
No, my dad. Let me tell you a crazy story. My dad only saw his father once when he was 7 years old. Nakona, coincidentally, My dad had
So
broken.
how do you expect him to be a perfect father?
No, I don't expect him to be a perfect father.
Do you expect him to be a perfect father?
No, I don't expect him to be a perfect father.
okay.
But I'm not saying because he could not be a perfect father, there's no traumas that exist. That thing, yeah,
Before you interrupt, usasitshela ukuthi uhlangane kanjani ithama lakhe.
yeah. So they're in the same hospital, and then Bambi is about but Monoso, come see your father. So his father, for the first time, he was 7 years old. Imagine how excited, whatnot. 2 weeks later, the father died. So I'm sure Naye, if you can put him here, he will tell you his journey, his traumas. But I want to change that. I want to change that. I mean, I have a very and that's why we decided to put religion on the side with our kids. We want them to connect with us as parents, as human beings. When they hurt my feelings, they must know that they're hurting a human being, and it's not a nice thing. Yeah, when they are, abantwana bami, they started trying to swear, and we stopped that, and they understood. Okay, in this house we don't do that without using religion. When they fight amongst each other, we sit them down and explain, this is your sister, you don't do that to your sister. So they understand that without
Applying religion.
yeah. I mean, those, like you were saying, those principles are universal. But in terms of that mental health space, so we are trying to impart life lessons that they will take throughout their lives. That when this happens, this happens. So I mean, like I said, I do so many things at the moment, and you try and find societal things to do to clear your head. But aksana maphaki lokushini ofethu. Aksana recreational. There's no cinema. Mama school bekunemathole nenepo. The movies. There were. The casting was vibey, and young people genuinely had fun without consuming alcohol, without drugs, without all these things. Now we are waking up to a whole new world that is drug fueled.
Okay.
That is alcohol fueled. That is, so people need stimulants
Sure.
to function in this society. And especially men. So men would go to work Monday to Friday. Instead of going home, uzo ekhaya ushintsha, and then ahlangana namachita. So I drink the whole weekend. How is that normal? What are they trying to suppress or get rid of? As you can see, there's a huge problem. There's a huge problem that men are going out and spending. Listen,
They're drowning their sorrows.
they're drowning, but why are we drowning our sorrows? That means mentally something is not right, and we are not addressing it. Instead,
Because indoda kumele iqine, indoda kumele ibe strong. That's
Yeah.
why we're not addressing it.
yeah,
Because you look weak to people.
yeah, no, you look weak to people and you look weak to yourself. And once you reach that point where you look weak to yourself, that's when you start having suicidal thoughts. Before you even get to suicidal thoughts, there's anxiety and depression.
Okay.
Now, those two are the single most toxic things that can happen to men. Once you start being anxious about something, and once you sink into depression, because once you sink into depression, you start questioning things. Angat manje, ukrent. Yeah, you don't question why the sun is up. You just see the sun is up. Yeah, you don't question why you go to the toilet and pee. You don't question why you don't like boiled eggs compared to scrambled eggs. But once you get into that space, that dark space, that hole, you start questioning things that you should not be questioning, and you don't have answers. What happens when you don't have answers?
Clueless.
No, you start thinking, why am I alive? When you have,
We are feeling to feel useless.
yeah. No. That's beyond useless. You must remember, useless, you are still functioning.
We can still use you, but we can use you less.
Yeah.
Less of being used.
Yeah. But once you get into that deep, dark hole of absolute depression, you start asking, why am I alive? And if you can't answer the simple questions of why is the sun up, why is this water taste rubbish, all those things, and you start asking yourself, why am I alive? It's pretty difficult to come out of that. And society, again, has not equipped boy children or men to answer that question. You know.
Because ngoba sesovala ke awuthiyami asize ngama solutions.
Sesovala.
Yeah. If business wine bese we
Yeah, la.
Yeah, next time so organize one.
Yeah.
Sazokubiza khulule. So manje ke asize ngama solutions.
Solutions. Number one, we as men need to have more conversations,
Okay.
right, about men's mental health. And then we mustn't sugarcoat it ngamavesi, we mustn't sugarcoat it tradition. It must be men to men,
Okay.
right? And we must be frank about why do we live? Why do we do things the way we do things?
Okay.
Why are we a solution to society and a burden to society? It is it. We must have those conversations. As a matter of fact, I would suggest you do a men's round table where we'll sit and talk.
Sure.
You understand? Uguti,
That can be arranged. Yeah. That can be
yeah.
arranged.
What is it? Why, Ngatin? Why is it important for you as a man to know your sexuality? And I'm not talking about gay, lesbian. I'm talking about what do you like sexually? You know, am I time as a bafe? Angakatoli blowjob. Afe nje. Nicolo does say eli rings. In bread laws. Angakatoli kabanga nje. Une pension 3 million. But angakatoli blowjob. We have dead. I bafethu.
Yabona labantu laba bathi kumele ministry abakusukela kuthiyami. Yabona wena we time allow.
No. But I told you my colleague. Even when I'm training my students, I'm like this. Yeah. So we must have those discussions, those deep discussions. You understand? Some of us, I've got a friend, or Ngomen. That was traumatic for him. But then he can't open up to his family because, he's a closer guy. But what happened there? It was very traumatic. He told me what happened there. But he can't talk about it because society, number one, is taboo. Number two, I couldn't. But those are the traumas that make us the evil men we are, because they are lingering. They're lingering. Zaburu Muntu driving a Range Rover, but there's something that is totally out of character. And you find Uguti, hey, no mood beratwele 1, 2, 3. You understand?
Sure.
So we need those discussions. And my worry is that we're having too many men's conferences that don't deal with men issues.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a lot of ceremonial events, Gloramnandi, and they talk about everything else. So, you're going to lay topic. As a matter of fact, I want a friend of mine, pardon me, to do a lecture on it.
Okay.
Yeah. The significance of a blowjob on the functionality of a man. Lalela Joe, you cannot you can have sex, you can be abstained for a year, but you get one blowjob, you are hip. No, but it sounds like a joke, right? But ask men how many have experienced. So we don't even know our pleasure points outside of ejaculation. When I'm mosquitoing in Ukraine, you understand? And how does that translate to your partner? You understand? So there's many things, but discussion. Another thing, we must raise our kids the way the world needs them.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't prep your son to be, or your daughter to be Maqhawe Khathide. Oh yeah, my son is Maqhawe Khathide. Yeah, don't prep your son to be you, but prep them for the world. You know, Uguti, you would have tried your level best for your son not to be a rapist.
Sure. That's all.
Let me. Why do we? Okay. If it's not a trauma thing, Nogusa, why do so many people rape? Why? Let me ask you that question. If it's not a trauma thing, Nogusa, why do we have so many rape cases in South Africa?
Self-control. Khona abantu abangakwazi ukuzibamba.
Ugusa.
Oh, ukusa.
Yeah.
Okay. I believe that's the only answer that I can give you.
Yeah. Because how do you
But I
derive?
believe in low self-esteem.
No. How do you derive pleasure in inflicting pain? Then something is not right here.
Sure. Ngiyavumelana nawe.
Yeah. But enyindo, we are a hiding society.
Okay.
Abo mama bethu babazalwane niyafihla. Umntana makeza athi mama nginenkinga kuphi asithandaze mntanami. Instead of umise ku psychologist. Stop hiding stuff. If your boy child is showing signs of a certain behavior that is questionable, sit him down and take him to specialists. Don't get me wrong, but there's other things that you must incorporate into that so that we fix the root cause of our society.
Okay.
You know, we sit here and we act as if everything's okay, but I can guarantee you, Njoba, in the hour of this podcast, how many women were raped? And they were raped by men. And
Yabona bayanyamalala.
yeah.
Babathatha ngamapholo banyamalala babathole bafile.
Yeah. So we're talking about sexual abuse.
Sure.
Now they're killing. So if you've pleasured yourself with this person in a sick and twisted way, you take it a step further and kill them. Where's the satisfaction in that? If it's not something wrong here. Honestly, there are societal problems that force men to have this skewed and evil mental health state.
Sure.
But there's also personal decisions
Okay.
that stem from how you're brought up and your outlook towards life. Being unemployed is okay. Mina, when I don't have a job, I don't do anything. I sit with my family until something comes up. And that's the thing that we must teach our boy children or men. Ukuthi lalela jo, iplan mangekho. Ayikho. I'm 45. I'm unemployable. I've got a very close CV, but I promise you, if I give it to somebody at ShopRite Checkers, they won't give me a job
Why?
because I'm overqualified. Despite the fact that I've got a wife and 3 kids, they must eat, they must clothe, they must dress, but that doesn't matter. You understand? Now, if that goes on for a prolonged time, I will start getting into depression. depression mode, and that will lead to other things. But the main factor, my brother, I can tell you, is the money factor. You know, we are under tremendous financial strain. You know, but you know, I'm msokolile mfethu mina, and that's why I have all the respect for my wife. She's a trooper, man.
Sure.
You know, kunala, you know, we didn't have money for basic things, bread and whatnot. You know, my wife would bake naan breads so that the kids have got ilona. It's kept in for the next day.
Sure.
So the important thing is, if you are married, you must also be honest with your partner.
Okay.
You know, show them the finances. Good HO, sniff 50 rand. What do we do with this?
Sure.
You understand? And just be. So with my wife, I'm not the provider, but I'm the one who goes out and seeks opportunities.
Okay.
We make money, sidla sonke. Mayingekho, ayikho. And then she must understand that she can't use that as a weapon to force me to go find money. I can find money. I'm a good-looking man. Yeah, I'm not totally go it's a ANC. Yeah, it's stranded. La Pepe Pechwood Hotel.
Sure.
Plus Balansile na. Yeah, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Otiam, ngicela sivale ne.
Okay.
Uzongorganizela i-panel ne for
Yeah.
our round table. Sorry ngangabi yabo sizoyi-discuss. So, but in closing, any message to our subscribers at home?
No, in closing, I'd like to say, don't be hard on men. No, we try, you know. And outside of us getting into illegal activities, appreciate what we're doing. We are flawed. I mean, my wife knows. I'm very flawed, but I am. Got a short temper. Somebody from work made me very angry on my way here. You know, and I could see that my wife was worried that, like my husband is going to a podcast and he's very angry. And so I had to automatically just say, you know what, I can't leave my wife in this state. So I tried to lighten up the mood a bit. But, we're fallible beings, and we try. And in our trying, please bear with us, you know. And Matota, on the other hand, make that extra effort to be you.
Okay.
You know, make the world understand you. I mean, some people will say, Maqhawe, why don't you start a podcast? But that's not me.
Okay. You understand.
But you can start a podcast because you are you.
Most
You understand? So don't be swayed by what's fashionable and yeah, I'm gonna call podcast. You're better. You know, just do stuff that's within your strength.
Sure.
Forced into like imagine me selling Tupperware. I can't do it. You know, it's a good business because it's cash. You make money.
Yeah, but not for you.
You understand. And luckily, my wife has been a good support structure for me. So make sure Gucci as a man, so that you're constantly rebalancing your mental state. You have a good support structure, whether it be friends, whether it be your partner, but avoid stimulants as a way of dealing with your mental health. If you feel Gucci, now I'm in a hole that I can't come out of, please seek help. Through social workers. Don't go to church because they'll pray for you. Not that prayer doesn't work, but there are trained professionals who handle these things.
Otiam, siyabonga futhi.
Yeah,
Thank
no.
you for honoring the invitation.
Yeah.
Thank you for the conversation. kuningi sikufundile fada. Next time so organize iwine yakho.
No, I'll bring my own.
Oh, you bring your own.
Yeah, no, I bring my own.
Siyabonga.
Yeah,
Bafana nawo mele benze into zabo vele.
Yeah.
Also criticize iwine just still cheap.
Yeah, then tingly palpel, in 5 liter. Labor jaggy.
Because bakule ngayo.
Yeah, no. But no, good.
Siyabonga bafethu. We came to the end of our conversation vandaag. Episode iphela la. So siyabonga bafethu. That's it from me, your boy Clem Snatch. All I can say is 8 hour. Away.